When we were little girls, we wished we could live happy ever after like these beautiful Disney princesses. And now it is time for little boys to dream too. Many artists reimagined our favorite female characters as men, and we couldn't help but think of the different stories they would live. Wait until you see the gender bend Pocahontas. You'll want to be his Jenna Smith. If this is your first time visiting our channel, don't forget to subscribe and please give this video a big thumbs up. Here are 10 Disney princesses reimagined as opposite genders. Elsa. We know Elsa as the beautiful ice queen who trapped her kingdom into a perpetual winter. She decided to let it go and live alone in her ice castle until her sister Anna came back to deliver her with the power of love. She wasn't a queen like any other, but what would she look like if she were a man? Just take a look at this picture from Let There Be Doodles. This artist imagined Elsa and her sister Anna as men. We will name them Ellis and Anatol. They look really similar to the original characters. Instead of her long blonde hair and blue dress, Ellis has shorter hair and wears a sparkly blue shirt. Anatol's hair was cut too, but he kept his blonde streak, his freckles, and his bubbly personality. We bet these brothers love each other just as much as Elsa and Anna did, even though they may be a little too shy to show it. Sakimi Chan is another artist who reimagined Elsa as a powerful ice king, but this time he looks a bit malicious with his arched eyebrows, suspicious eyes, and powerful hands. We hope that he wants to use his magic powers for everyone's good, just like the queen did. We want to make sure Ellis is on our side, or this story could become quite scary. Ariel. Here's our favorite little mermaid. After saving a man and falling in love with him, Ariel knew that she had to do everything she could to spend the rest of her life with this prince. But what would happen if the spell failed and Ariel was turned into a boy instead of a human? Take a look at this picture from Let There Be Doodles. We call him Adrian, and we bet that he would be fascinated by life on land just like Ariel was. He seems just as curious and adventurous as our favorite character was, but that's not all. Another artist named Sakimi Chan imagined Ariel as a man too. This time the merman doesn't wear clams on his chest, but as a necklace around his neck. And look at what he has on his arm, his most precious discovery. Do you think he still brushes his hair with a fork? Or maybe he uses the utensil for his beard too when he grows one. His best friend Flounder also turned into a girl, and she looks really beautiful with that little flower on her head. But the best thing to look at is this sea creature who looks even better as a man. He won't have to become a human to meet the love of his life. When they see him, all the girls would want to become a mermaid and join him under the sea. Cinderella. After her father had passed away, the poor Cinderella was forced to work as a servant for her stepmother and stepsisters. But when she went to the ball, the prince immediately fell in love with her. After that night, he did everything he can to find that beautiful woman and marry her. But what if a man was the hero of this rags to riches story? This is what animation student Mayuli imagined he would look like. And we would name him Cinderfella. Don't think only women can clean the house. This man is ready for this challenge too, even if he would rather be at the ball. Fortunately, his fairy godfather heard about this wish and gave him a beautiful, sparkly suit so he could meet the Princess Charming. Little did he know, she would quickly fall in love with him at the ball. Who can resist a man who knows that he has to do his part when it comes to cleaning the house? And we have to admit that Cinderfella looks good too. But another artist imagined another ending to this story, and we have to say it is really funny. Look at what an artist from the D Continuum thought about. This man's feet would be so big that they wouldn't fit in the glass shoe anymore. We wish Princess Charming recognized him anyway, so they could live happily ever after just like Cinderella did. Tiana. What we loved the most about Tiana was that she was one of the only princesses with a real job. This girl knew the importance of working hard, but things didn't go as expected when she kissed a frog and became a frog too. But what would happen if this girl was turned into a man instead? Look at what Let There Be Doodles imagined. We will call this new character Theory. And even though he woke up this morning as the opposite gender, he would go to work anyway. Just like Tiana, this man knows that you need to be reliable and always do your best. Nothing will stop him from opening the finest restaurant in New Orleans. Tumblr artist Technotic imagined the princess as a male waiter too, and we have to say that he looks really good. He would certainly deserve a good tip with this beautiful smile. And actually, Terry would earn more money simply because he is a man. That is so unfair. Tiana was already really hardworking and ambitious. All she needs was a good opportunity to make her dreams come true. Do you think your life would be different if turned into a man or a woman? Tell us what you think in the comments down below. Snow White. She was the first Disney princess since the movie premiered in 1937, and we never stopped loving her. Her stepmother was jealous of her beauty and did everything she could to get rid of Snow White. The princess escaped and lived with 7 dwarves until the day she took a bite of a poisonous apple and had to be saved by the prince. But what would Snow White look like as a man? As we can see in this artwork from Let There Be Doodles, he would be really handsome too. We understand why his stepfather is jealous. This young man is a heartbreaker, and it seems like animals are still in love with him. But an artist on the D Continuum thought about a different story. He simply switched the roles of Snow White and the prince. The man becomes a woman and the girl becomes a boy. The beautiful Snow White is now the one trying to seduce the prince, and it should be easy for her. She is the fairest of them all after all. Prince Charming would take the place of the young woman who has to escape from her stepmother. We can already imagine him singing, "One day my princess will come." Women can make the first move too. It is time for a Disney princess to save her prince. Belle. This young woman wasn't interested in meeting a prince, but she had no choice. When the Beast trapped her father behind bars, she offered to take his place and the strange creature accepted. She never knew that the best way to escape would be to make him fall in love with her and become a better man. And he became so charming that she decided to stay anyway. But what would it be like if Belle was actually a man? We will make him Beau. And as you can see from the work of an artist on Instagram, his name suits him very well. His look is much simpler without the makeup and the bow in his hair. But isn't this difference what makes him look so good? Sakimi Chen also reimagined the Beauty and the Beast as the opposite gender, and the results are amazing. The Beast is doing her best to impress Beau, and it shows. Her inner beauty is shining through. Standing next to her is the young man who still loves reading books, as you can see in this picture. But what he seems to be even more passionate about is the Beast. Just look at these two looking at each other in the eyes. We know that they are meant to be together. All they need is a declaration of love, and the Beast will turn into a beautiful princess. Or they could just learn to like themselves as they are. A woman doesn't need to shave. Aurora. The witch Maleficent cursed the princess so her life would end on her 16th birthday. But thanks to another fairy, she only fell into a deep sleep for many days and nights. But her dreams finally became a reality when Prince Philip saved her with a kiss of love. This is a fairy tale everyone would like to live, sleeping as much as you want and waking up to a happy ending. So let's give men the chance to be a part of this story too by turning Aurora into a man. We will call him Aaron. And as you can see from a picture from Let There Be Doodles, he looks a lot like the princess. They could be brother and sister. But there is one thing we were wondering about. Would he be wearing a pink suit or a blue suit? This choice is so difficult to make. So let's take a break and walk in the forest to think about this. Here's what DeviantArt artist Eterai imagined Aaron would look like. As you can see, animals love this man just as much as they love the Sleeping Beauty. With his blonde hair, blue eyes, and beautiful smile, he looks just like Mr. Right. If only we could be the princess waking him up with a kiss. But beware, Maleficent might try to stop you. Rapunzel. After spending years alone in a tower, the girl with the longest hair found a thief hiding in her room. Rapunzel had never seen a man before in her life, so she didn't know what to do. He gave her the chance to escape and live an adventure she always dreamed of. Flynn Rider might have tried to steal her crown, but she stole her heart instead. And what if this story happened to be a man? We will call him Rapunzel. Let There Be Doodles created a picture of Rapunzel as a man, and we have to say that these two look really similar. With the long hair, it's difficult to differentiate a woman from a young man. But as you can see, Rapunzel has more brown streaks on his head. Did he try to cut his hair to look like all the other boys? His overprotective father wouldn't like to hear about this. Esther Shen is another artist who imagined Rapunzel and Flynn as opposite genders. And as you can see, from the first time they met each other, they were already feeling something. Rapunzel tied up the thief to a chair, and he looks like he never wants to let her go. The thief couldn't think of a better place to be trapped. Aren't they your favorite couple? Jasmine. When Aladdin freed a genie from a lamp, all his wishes were granted. The thief wanted to become a prince so he could be near Jasmine. But what he didn't know was that he was not the only one wanting to marry the princess. But at the end, his personality and courage brought enough magic to save the girl and make her fall in love with him. And once again, we want to see what this princess would look like if she was a man. We will call him Jasper. Let There Be Doodles imagined him with shorter hair and a headband of another color. But what makes the biggest difference is that he has no makeup makeup and no earrings. This Tumblr artist even created a picture of the prince dressed for Jafar. By the looks of it, this scene would be much more interesting with the men, don't you think? But wait, we have even more artwork to show you. Xrima is another artist on DeviantArt who wanted to see what Jasmine and Aladdin would look like as opposite genders, and she made our dream come true with this picture. They did not only swap their wardrobe, they also swapped their personality as well. Wouldn't it be nice to see a guy fall for the bad girl just for once? Pocahontas. The Native American was surprised to see Europeans coming to her village, but she didn't let the fear of the unknown stop her. Pocahontas quickly fell in love with John Smith and told him about the beauty of nature. But you know what is even more beautiful? Pocahontas as a man. As you can see from this picture created by Let There Be Doodles, his hair and body paint were adapted to make him look more masculine. And instead of a necklace from his mother, this young man probably got this necklace from his father. But this artist is not the only one who reimagined the Native American. Just take a look at this creation from Sakimi-chan. Finding a new world was not the most important discovery at the time, but meeting this man would probably be something that you remember forever. Pocahontas' true love is still nature, but this time he is a warrior ready to fight to protect it. With the body paint on his hands and on his face, this man looks even more powerful. And when we see the determination on his face, we can't help but be inspired to follow him on an adventure. This man is so handsome we wish we could be his Jenny Smith. Would you be one of the girls fighting to win his heart? And that's it for 10 Disney princesses reimagined as opposite genders. If you could see one of these movies based on these new characters, which one would you like to see? Don't forget to tell us in the comments down below. And for more stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to The Things and watch 10 Disney princesses reimagined by amazing artists. Thanks for watching!